fight comes back, and I want to ask you specifically about entitlements, Medicare and Social Security. Are you prepared in the first year of your second term to significantly reform those two programs, to go beyond the cuts you've suggested to benefits in Medicare, which your own Debt Commission suggested you'd have to do if you were really going to shore up Medicare at least? Are you prepared to do that first year of the second term?
What I've said is I am prepared to do everything I can to make sure that Medicare and Social Security are there, not just for this generation, but for future generations.
You got to talk tough to seniors, don't you, about this?
But I already have. David, as you know, one of the proposals we made was something called chain CPI, which sounds real technical, but basically makes an adjustment in terms of how inflation is calculated on Social Security. Highly unpopular among Democrats, not something supported by AARP, but in pursuit of strengthening Social Security for the long term, I'm willing to make those decisions. What I'm not willing to do is to have the entire burden of deficit reduction rest on the shoulders of seniors, making students pay higher student loan rates, ruining our capacity to invest in things like basic research that help our economy grow. Those are the things that I'm not willing to do. And so,
would you commit to that first year of your second term, getting significant reform done, telling Congress we got to do it in the first year?
But David, I want to be very clear. You are not only going to cut your way to prosperity. One of the fallacies, I think, that has been promoted is this notion that deficit reduction is only a matter of cutting programs that are really important to seniors, students, and so forth. That has to be part of the mix. But what I ran on, and what the American people elected me to do, was to put forward a balanced approach, to make sure that there's shared sacrifice, that everybody is doing a little bit more. And it is very difficult for me to say to a senior citizen or a student or a mom with a disabled kid, you are going to have to do with less, but we're not going to ask millionaires or billionaires to do more. That's not an approach that the American people think is right. And by the way, historically, that's not how we grow. We grow an economy when folks in the middle, folks who are striving to get in the middle class, when they do well.